Chapter 17. Satana's Confession. Here Satan got up trembling, and said to Kisahel, who still firmly held in his hand the stick the Lord gave to him, "Listen, you my punisher by the power of your God, who also is an eternal God of wrath, God, me, and who never stops beating me with his terrible rod. I earlier, in my horrible, dreadful protective shape, have said to you a few things about the Lord, the Almighty Creator of all things, spirits and people, that I now, in this shape similar to you, want to revoke entirely as a terrible lie. I have told you indeed some truths, but since I have inverted it in me, it was a lie. Because everything I have said about the Lord is only applicable to me, and as such it is not the Lord, but only just me, who is the pretty old wicked world swindler and an arduous, though not almighty, but nevertheless strong, great power impostor. Not the Lord, but only I have destroyed already many sun regions, and through me they would have sunken into their eternal nothingness, if the Lord would not have mercy on them, and through his powerful messengers carried them to another place in infinity, where they orbit in new, quiet trajectories, which can never be reached by my pestilent breath. See, if it were up to me, there probably would be every moment another creation, and no being could ever exist anywhere, because I only want to create in order to have something to destroy again, and would like to create and livingly procreate all kinds of well-built, lovely, beautiful people, just to torment them according to my evil desire, and if I had tormented them to my satisfaction, to then immediately destroy them entirely. Behold, I was always a liar, and I also would like to rather lie to you 1,000-fold than tell you the whole truth. But I fear your rod too much, than dare to lie to you again. However, it still will not get better with me, despite having confessed the truth to you. For as long as my great power is left in me, for as long as matter, the whole visible world, that is, earth, sun, moon, and all the endless many stars, and also innumerable suns, worlds and beings of all infinite nature, have to remain subject to me, and I have to be their master. For this I have to be, because I am like a created God, and I have been entirely imprisoned in this material totality, from which I will not be able to escape forever until only one last material speck of the very least world will exist. Which is the reason why I only work towards the continued destruction of the things which were built by the Almighty, and according to my tyrannical opinion, arrive sooner at my autocracy, and supposedly displace the Lord of Glory from his eternal throne, because he continuously counteracts my plans of destruction, since I have been called out of him into my very powerful and almost endlessly large existence in order to be next to him like a second God, and to reign with him. Yet in love, to love him above all from my deepest depth, so that I would be to him what a faithful wife is to the man, forever. Verily, great and glorious I was placed. Whatever I wanted was already there, and the Lord did not curb me in my will and creativity. But if I wanted to destroy something which I had created, the Lord prevented me in doing so. Thereby, however, I found myself limited in my power against God. Through craftiness, I wanted to bring him over to my side and made myself as beautiful as possible. To this end, I ignited myself in all my light to dazzle the Lord. But the Lord suddenly made me a prisoner in my light, created matter from my light, and next to me, countless ranks of wonderful beings, and loved them more than me, his first created wife. Only then did I blindly go into the wildest fury, and since then curses the Lord already for an eternity, who many times already wanted to save me, but my fury is too big to allow him to save me, because he did not want to let me reign. Now Satana has spoken and did not lie, but told the truth. Therefore take away, you, Lord, her great power, so that she can no longer resist you, to therefore be severely punished by you. Give me a new deadline, and I will return to you within that time limit. But if my great jealousy against you again kindles my anger, because you turn your heart fully to the newly created, and I therefore had to pursue them, then take away all my power, and do not reject me forever, or do with me what you want. Suspend me between heaven and earth, so that my wrath consumes me in the face of all your glory, and all of those who you love, and those who are allowed and can love you. Your will.